Outer Orange.
Hello. I'm shy. I'm a little scared to show you guys my little special thing today. Okay, can I look up? You sure? Hello. I'm actually orange. I'm on my knees right now. I should probably get off my knees. And this is really weird because I haven't worn headphones in so long. But yeah, I do a dab. Q&A, let's go. We're officially at the 2,000 subscribers. Actually, we're not quite there. We're like 30-ish subscribers away, but we're actually really close. And Wolf asked, what is one of your favorite moments on the road for the 2K subscribers? Out of like the first thing that comes to mind is actually the Cardfight Con collab that we did a while back. So a very long time ago, we did a huge collab. And it was like Vanguard Insider and TIE Fighter and a bunch of people. And it was actually really fun. So we did this whole thing where Overdress first dropped. We pretty much did like we had like 16 content creators. I think Different Fight was in there too. I don't remember every single person that was in there. Withering Group was there. So we did this whole thing. And through that experience, I was able to meet a lot of people. One of them was actually Vanguard Insider himself. And, you know, I think that was one of my first interactions where I actually started kind of getting more involved with the community. And you guys can check that out actually on Winning Images thing. Oh. Hi, Mash Keek! Welcome! You have arrived! Get on Winning Image. They're all there, including Charlie. That's actually how I met Charlie too. Cardweeb and all that stuff. So that's definitely probably the biggest one. And I lost my questions. No, questions come back! No, my questions! So if there's a clan that I wish I fell in love with, but haven't been able to for various reason. Probably Neonectar. So Neonectar is a green clan. And I love the color green, but for some reason I kind of missed my mark with that clan. I had the moment to like really appreciate Neonectar, and I kind of just like, I just missed it. I don't know. And now I can't go back either. I don't have any interest in playing that clan. And it's funny because it has waifus, it's got green stuff, it's got plants. If my granny would be playing Cardfight Vanguard right now, she would pick up Neonectar in a heartbeat. Like she loves that stuff. So I don't know why I never got into it. But how did I get the name Outer Orange? And actually quite a few people asked me this, so I'm probably gonna take all those questions in one. But pretty much long story short, I used to be known as Shaved Banana on Xbox 360. It was a long time ago. It's literally been a decade as of like June. Literally a decade ago. I named myself that because I thought it'd be funny. People would think I'm a dude and they hear my voice and like, oh my god, it's a woman! Oh my god, what are we gonna do? I named myself Shaved Banana because I thought it'd be super hilarious. And then it started actually a lot of drama, a lot more drama than I probably needed it. And then I got a PS4 and I was like, man, what can I name myself that's not Shaved Banana? And literally the first thing that came to mind was Outer. And I was like, what rhymes with Outer, or what works with Outer? And then I thought of Orange. And then I just put 2 and 2 together and I became Outer Orange on my PS4 account. And then I used to record games like on my YouTube channel, and I was on there as Outer Orange. So my YouTube channel turned into Outer Orange. Outer Orange, guys, here she is. I love it now. I used to hate the name. Like when I created it a year later, I was like, why did I do this? And the worst part is, I don't know if you guys know, but you can't change your PS4 tag. It stays. So I was just stuck with this idiotic name that I came up with, and now I love it. So what kind of content I wish was more in Vanguard? The easiest way to answer is competitive content. I don't mean like just, you know, a competitive game here, a competitive game there. I mean like legitimate competitive content, like people actually knowing who the top players are in Vanguard. So I would like to see more competitive content. I think it is a little lacking. You know, there's like people in Melee that like walk around and literally interview people that do stuff. Actually, it's one of my friends that does this kind of stuff nowadays. He literally does what Ludwig's friend used to do. Isn't like Vanguard content only competitive content though? Yes and no. So if you compare the content that Vanguard has that's quote unquote competitive versus something like Magic or Yu-Gi-Oh or Melee, it is drastically different. Like if I were to ask you right now what the top 10 like best Vanguard players currently are, I don't think half of y'all would even be able to answer or even know exactly kind of who is like a top player and who is kind of like a lesser player. To be said, maybe you do know some stuff, like you can name like Derek Dow or Solon Vanguard, or you know, or like Ryan Kai, but there's more. There's so many people that kind of like exist, like people that top all the time that are constantly showing like consistent results, and I feel like we don't really see much of that side. We're kind of lacking, and it's gonna take a lot to sort of get there. I think Vanguard's pretty competitive. I think it's more competitive than people give it credit for. I think a lot of people are like, oh, it's all about trigger sacking and luck and all this and stuff. But the thing about it is like every card game has some kind of luck. And it's just a matter of how much you enter and how much you give yourself the chances to top and like play properly. There is a difference between a person that plays well and a person that doesn't play well. You know, there is still a difference between an average player and like an above average player. And I think that like it's just a little bit harder to see that. I feel like it's not as prominent in Vanguard because most people chalk up Vanguard to be a game of luck, and no one follows topping players just topping lists, because there's no way the same person could top frequently if the game is all about luck. But see, that's not true. You look at like for example, someone Vanguard's team literally has been topping pretty much nonstop in multiple formats, and they're capable of doing it, and you know, they consistently have been topping with the exact same results almost, with the exception of Overdress. You know, and even in Overdress, which is quote unquote even more luck based, right? And even within them, they were still able to get a top. Personally, as someone that's been kind of growing in level of understanding of Vanguard, I definitely see the difference between someone that just started the game or knows the game but plays it more casually versus someone that plays it more competitively. I can see kind of the difference. Like there is a bar, and just even making like very small decisions will make you drastically like at a different level from someone else. What is one archetype or playstyle not in V Premium yet that you want in V Premium? This is from Teen Titans. Loris would be pretty cool to see a Bermuda Triangle. Vincent says, he says, as a gnarly kitty says, what is a new unique mechanic you think could be interesting for the game, or something you've seen done very little and would like to see more explored? I think we're really exploring a lot of different cool stuff in D right now, but going back to V Premium, during the Twinkle Melody set, they started exploring a lot of interesting mechanics, and a lot of it had to do like with orders and healing and all this kind of stuff, and I thought that stuff was banger. More token generation and maybe more stuff outside of the zones, like kind of like we have the fairy tokens and whatchamacallit in Shadowverse and stuff like that, so that'd be kind of cool. The orders would be nice. Yeah, some more order. I think order focus decks, like more order focus decks would be cool, because it would also support my boy Zorga in Premium. We have Sir Tedsworth that says, would you rather A, have a Springfield recognized as a holiday, as a global holiday, or B, Bushiroad Championship Series broadcasted like the World Cup? Well, I don't know what the first one is to begin with. What is a Springfield? Springfest recognized as a global holiday, or Bushiroad Championship Series broadcasted like the World Cup? I'm still gonna go with B. Regardless, I'm gonna go with B. I think World Championship Series cuppy type things are way more important, so I would definitely go with B. I think it'd be sick as hell. I don't know how they would broadcast it. Don't show the world all the Bushi commercials for 5 hours. No, it's great. What do you mean? Weiss Schwartz, get your new anime today. Will you find the lock to my key? Unlock. I could be a voice actor. Do you think Bushiroad is making more orange-haired girl units because of you? No. Definitely not. But maybe. And maybe they're secretly making it because of me. So next question is, what is your least liked card in Vanguard? It's that just annoying as heck dumb card that says that it Omega locks my crap or whatever. It pretty much locks my stuff and then it locks it again. It's like some kind of grade 1. It's stupid. I don't like it, and it should just burn in a hole somewhere and never come back and be thrown away to Africa and then be dusted away by the sun and then have a giant stomp on it and then have the giant pick it up and then eat it and then poop it out and then the poop gets stomped by another cow or something and then the cow licks it and then the cat takes it to a space and then at space it gets just deteriorated. That card can go. It's like some stupid card. I don't know. Okay, we have Paladin who asks, any plans to get a sponsorship from Home Depot since they live the orange life? Guys, I know you're card gamers today, but did you know that Home Depot can send you 10% on the paint of your new walls? You want to paint your wall orange? Well, you could do that today here at Home Depot. 10% off using code orange. That is not legitimate. Do not think that that's a real thing. It is fake. It is fake. This is fake news. That is not actually happening. Do not listen to me. Do not listen to anything I say. But in case you need something from Home Depot and want to paint your walls, why not? Or you want to remaster your entire balcony, or hell, maybe you need a new rug in your life. I did get this rug at Home Depot, by the way, so you know anything's possible. Ba-boom. Dripping Way says, what got you into Vanguard? What clans and nations are your favorite? So into the first part, what got me into Vanguard was college. I was a software engineer major and I bumped into someone. I went through a really rough time. I was dating someone who hated anime. How dare I date someone who hates anime? What was wrong with me? I don't know. So in there, I bumped into my good friend Rashawn, who introduced me to Vanguard, and that's how I got into it. He bought me the Tiger Blue deck, and there we go. What clans, nations are your favorite? Clans, it goes Grand Blue, Bermuda Triangle, though that's more recent, Gold Paladin, and Pale Moon. So those are my 4 for pretty much clans in that order, by the way. And then for nations, it goes Stoicheia number 1, strangely enough, Brandgate number 2. I don't know why. Play all 3 decks in that nation. I don't know how that happened. I thought it was just gonna be Stoicheia all the way, but apparently not. Oh yeah, Lyrical. So Lyrical, but the Lyrical kind of Lyrical. But yeah, Lyrical, and then probably, oh yeah, Dark Stace. Dark Stace is pretty chill. And then on the bottom is Keter Sanctuary and Dragon Empire. In no order. It could be one or the other. I really don't like either. And then last question is actually from a Japanese viewer. The name is Gamerline, but I don't know how their actual Japanese name is said because I can't read Japanese. But they said, "Are you truly an orange?" And you want to know how we're going to answer that? Of course I'm an orange. You see this right here? Orange right here. Clearly I am a fruit, a very beautiful fruit at that, and you cannot tell me otherwise. Fruits, the citrus. I am always an orange. I am not actually human. I'm just this right here. This is me 24/7. Zena asks, what do you love about Vanguard the most? The answer is you guys. No, I'm like dead ass. I'm like, you think I'm joking, but seriously, legitimately, you guys. That's my favorite part about Vanguard. I would not be playing Vanguard if it wasn't for the community that came with Vanguard. Like, the game is fun, don't get me wrong, but the best part about it is being able to share and have fun with the people that are, like, that I'm with, that I play with. Like, it wouldn't be that fun. So, honestly, in actuality, it is y'all. It's y'all. If the game has a lot to do with it, but I would have dropped the game a lot sooner if I didn't have, like, 2020 was an awful year for Vanguard, guys. I don't know how else to tell you. If it wasn't for all the people that I met, I probably would have even considered dropping Vanguard 2020 because I really was not having a good time. So you guys definitely have carried me through to loving the game to the point where I can't drop it now. Like, I don't want to drop it. That would be very sad, but definitely y'all. You know, Yukio, they don't got what you guys got. So Matt, Luna, Simp, Melody Matt has asked, how much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck would? Sounds like a lot of wood. Sounds like a lot of wood. Now, how much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck would? Boom! I'm happy that the community would have no idea what to do without y'all. Surprise! I can say the entire alphabet backwards. Can you say it as Sylvester Stallone? Who is Sylvester Stallone? Wait, what? Oh, okay, I'll keep it off. But Silky, I gotta look up who Sylvester is. I am so bad with names. I have to say this like 100 times, but I'm so bad with names. I'm sure I know who it is. Okay. Let me get the. I'm sure I know who it is, but I'm this bad with names. He's the toy maker. Who the fuck is the toy maker? I probably have seen him once or twice. I have no idea who this guy is. I'm being so real right now. I'm being so real. I'm so bad with names. My thing is, I actually used to really like movies. What? Leave me alone. I'm just a person. I'm reading, y'all. I'm learning. Yeah, I really do not know that much about this guy. I'm like dead ass. What? Huh? I just want to hear his name.
Stallone.
All right, give me the full name.
Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah, no idea who this guy is. He create Spy Kids? Oh, he's the villain of Spy Kids 3. Oh, I haven't seen Spy Kids 3 in like 15 years, y'all. You think I remember this face? I do remember this. I thought he was actually really funny. Okay, now that I'm looking at it, because I do remember the villain being pretty hilarious. I watched Russian films, and I knew Russian, and I didn't start watching American films. Aside from school films, we don't count school films. I've never been around that. I missed that whole era. I missed the whole era. I only just recently watched Pulp Fiction. Like, and by recently, I mean literally like 4 years ago. So like, I'm really behind. Singing the alphabet backwards. Ignoring Sylvester. ZYXWVUTSROP. ONM. Oh my god, I forgot it. Let's do it again. ZYXWVUTSRQPONM LKJIHDFEDCBA. Now I know my ZYXs. Next time, won't you sing with me? Oh yeah, that's right. We were answering a question, y'all. So does a sleeved Vanguard card count as a sandwich? So here's a Vanguard card right there. Now, as you guys can see, it's got the first bun. See right there? Bun number 1. And then bun number 2. Right? Right? So theoretically speaking, I think what actually is that the inner, so this sleeve right here is the meat. So see this is the meat, and then you take a bun and you put it in just like that. So that's bun number 1, and then you have bun number 2, a Vanguard sandwich. In actuality, can you eat this? No. But can we, you can think outside the box, right? You could take a Vanguard card and think a little bit deeper to a sandwich. Personally, I think the answer is no. But you know, you could try. Actually, if you single sleeve, then it's definitely a sandwich. Okay, hear me out. If you guys know, Slavics like their sandwiches like this. Bread. So you have the bread on the, you have the bread right here. This is the bread. And then you have the meat on top. And you do not have a top bun. So theoretically speaking, if the card is like this, it is a sandwich in the Slavic terms. Is it a cost-saving measure to single bread? Yeah. Well, just bread, not sandwich. I mean, it is a sandwich. It has meat and stuff on it. It is still a sandwich. It's a sandwich. It has meat on it. I classify it as a sandwich. Marco, you are a sandwich. Did you know that today you woke up a sandwich? So you see, I literally looked up a Russian sandwich. And would you look at that? No top bun. Crazy. This is very, very normal. If you have breakfast or something, we'll put it on like this for breakfast, or caviar. Like if I look up a caviar sandwich, there's no other way. Like this is weird. This is weird for us. This is so weird. Like this, we like make platters like this. Like this is very normal. Crazy. When do you become crazy? You know how good this stuff is like this? Oh, you get the flavor of the caviar, the sweetness of the butter, and then the bread that meets it all together. Oh, especially on that mountain bread. Oh, so good. I miss, that's the only thing. I just one of the few things I miss about living with my parents. That was fun. Is a hot dog a sandwich? Is a hot dog a sandwich? I think this just answers the question. A hot dog is a sandwich, theoretically speaking. I personally, if I'm gonna be real with you guys, I don't think a hot dog is a full-on sandwich because it's kind of just weirdly tucked and just kind of weird. But you know what? People use their imaginations. Okay, orange is the sky blue. Sometimes. But serious question. Actually, technically, you know, theoretically, it's not actually blue. It's the reflection of what you see. Anyway. Science. Science makes it look blue. Serious question, if there's an aesthetic that hasn't been explored in Vanguard yet, would you love to see it? I think really random. I remember someone went to a whole talk about like just like an entire like aesthetic of just fishes, like just random fish, like a card just that has like fish on it, and it's just like in the ocean, it's just swimming, it's just a little like dolphin or something, or a shark, and it has like a whole card text on it. I think that'd be pretty funny, just an entire clan based off of nature and like not like anything on it, just like rocks and trees or weapons, like just weapons or something like random like that isn't like human based or like animal based would be actually pretty interesting. Sage asks, Orange, please explain why we should have extreme fight collections. So if you guys don't know what extreme fight is, it's pretty much when you take all the clans and you have access to all of them at once. So pretty much the clan rules just get annihilated. There is no clan rules. You just exist and you just play any clan you want, essentially. It's pretty much everything becomes a Cray Elemental. Everything has access to each other. And he's asking if we should have collections for it, and I say the answer is probably no. That sounds very chaotic and busted, so probably no. But you know, Sage will always market extreme fights. My opinions on this. What are we the question? I think it's cute. I think it's very adorable. It reminds me of a Pokemon. It might be actually a Pokemon, but it's really cute. It looks like someone drew this. Yeah, I know this card. Danger? Danger Zone? Also, here's one, or potentially many. Out of Force, Excel, and Protect, what's your favorite gift type and why? I would say, in terms of playstyle and everything, it probably has to be Protect. I really like Protect. It sucks that Protect kind of isn't too great. So, like, Protect 1 is good. Protect 2 could have been, like, 10 times better, but they made it kind of Excel's not too far behind, but I don't like the way Excel plays, like in the premium decks, if that makes sense. It's like more high roll based, and I'm just not like a big high roll player. But I also don't like super defense. So that's my issue. Protect with some stuff. I think protect could be kind of iffy, but I feel like force is kind of more in the middle. It could be like defensive and offensive in some decks. Like a good example is Bermuda Triangle. So I feel like in those decks, it kind of has the best of both worlds. So I like force in terms of like actual playability, but if I had to really pick one, it's probably protect. If you could pick one Bermuda Triangle deck to play for the rest of your life, what it would be and why? That sounds like an awful thing to do to yourself. Probably, honestly, Highlander, because I can at least exchange Highlander out all the time. Like, the smart answer is Highlander. If I had to pick one just at a personal taste, it would probably be the Pacifica deck. There's a raging house fire. Your family, pets, and loved ones made it out okay and are safe. You were only able to save one deck on the way out. Which deck are you saving and why? Grand Blue. The Grand Blue deck's gotta be saved. How am I ever gonna play Beatrice ever again? Probably premium, because there's more cards and all that stuff. Yeah, and they're harder to replace. If I would even think about grabbing it. Do you see how many deck boxes I have? Just right there. There's also more right here. And then there's more down there. And then there's more over there. And then there's more upstairs too. So in actuality, probably be the first thing I grab. So whatever's closest to me would probably be this right here. So let's see what the hell this is. It's actually, it's 7 Cs. I guess 7 Cs would be the first thing I'd grab. Because if there's a fire happening, theoretically speaking, we would go for the first thing we see, right? So this would probably be the first thing I see, whatever's right there. I'd probably grab the card next to it too, which is Cocytus. So yeah, this is my 7 Cs with the book tech that I have in here right now. So yeah, it'd probably be this deck. This is from Brawls. There's actually quite a couple. Favorite anime opening. Honestly, it's more like a top 5 type of thing, but I'll at least give one out of my top 5. And this one's kind of an obvious one. Well, it's not really that obvious. I don't like, it's not in this room. I guess it might be in this room. There might be a DVD of it somewhere, but it's actually Code Geass. I love Code Geass with a burning passion. As for anime opening, my favorite anime opening changes. I'm not gonna lie. I'm more into like a lot of the old school stuff. But another one is Kami-sama Kiss. I actually do have a lot of merchandise from Kami-sama Kiss. It's very small because there isn't much out there. But my manga shelf is like loaded with Kami-sama Kiss stuff. That's another one I really like. But there's more. But in terms of openings, cheeky bang bang, and then they do the dance. And then they're like, oh yeah, that's a banger. That's so new. It is. I just love the opening in there so much. Now, this is my current favorite anime opening. I would say I have a lot. There's a lot out there. This just happens to be one of them. This opening, this is mwah, Chef's Kiss. Chef's Kiss. There's more. There's probably more out there because there's also like Inuyasha openings I've liked over the years. But this hits. This hits hard. Shakugan no Shana. Not the first opening. Actually, the first opening is bad either. But this anime has some banger openings, like banger. Also, Bokuno has a really good opening as well. I love Shana. I freaking love this show. I wish it was more explored because a lot of people have such a hate towards the show. I get why. They kind of make the male protagonist kind of the doo-doo kaka, but you know, aside from that. Oh yeah, this one too, Zero no Tsukima. Banger openings as well, by the way. Favorite blonde in anime. Ooh, favorite blonde in anime. Chidaki, let's go! Chidaki best girl, let's go! This is the only Vice Schwartz card I own because this is best girl right here. Let's go! If you want a second answer, here's my second answer. Right here. I even put her in my character list because she's just so... Haruhime is amazing. When will you play Xenoblade? I have no idea. Do I prefer my anime subs or dubs? Now, if you asked me 5 years ago when I started watching anime again, I would say subs all the way. I used to be like a big subs person. I was like, how dare you ignore the culture of with dubs? It's just not the same. Wait. I used to be one of those people. And then now that I work a lot and all that stuff, sometimes I like a background anime, and I actually watched it's How Is It Wrong to Pick Up a Girl in a Dungeon, all dubbed, and I loved it. I will say now, with being a busier life, sometimes reading it gets tiresome. I literally code in front of a computer all day long right over there, and sometimes my eyes just hurt. So reading something sometimes just takes a little bit more effort on my eyes and all that stuff. So sometimes I'd rather just watch something dubbed just so I can watch it and still get the idea down and just not have to like strain my face, I guess is the best way to put it. I do think that there's ups and downs for both. If you could pick one hobby for the rest of your life, what would it be and why? If I had to pick up a hobby for the rest of my life, it would definitely be video games. I love video games. Honestly, I could probably pick a better hobby like hiking. I used to hike a lot when I was younger. I used to live up north in New Jersey, and I lived in a very forestish area, and I actually used to walk around and hike like a lot. And even down here, there's actually some mountainous areas here. I've gone hiking, but I don't do it nearly as much as I used to. So it'd probably be between video games and hiking. I will say I like video games a little bit more, but for health reasons, hiking would probably be the better one. Okay, what Dark States deck? It would probably be Bruce. I do like the new guy, the Highlander guy, and I think as the game goes and Overdress develops, I think the Highlander Dark States guy will just get stronger and stronger. What is your favorite video game? Tomb Raider. 100% Tomb Raider. I grew up on that game. I started with the game. I still love the game. I have my discography down over there. And it's a small shrine, but there's a small shrine of unopened first edition Tomb Raider games. It helped me grow as a person, helped me become stronger, you know, even as like my personality and stuff like that, helped me realize some stuff. Lara Croft is wife. I started the game on Tomb Raider 2 back when I was like 6 or even 5, I think. My uncle did not know how to jump and grab at the same time. So in Tomb Raider, you can jump like this, but in order to grab, you actually have to hold 2 buttons together, and he couldn't figure it out. And I figured it out. And then I became a Tomb Raider fiend for the rest of my life after that. My entire family would watch with me every single night. Everybody would get off of work, and they're like, OuterOrange, here you go. Here's Tomb Raider, play it. Because I was like the best player out of everyone there. So I would just play Tomb Raider every single night with my family. My granny, my mom, and my uncle would just like sit in this little cramped apartment that we lived in Brooklyn, and we would just play Tomb Raider. If you had to order all the Lyrical Monstera decks from most enjoyable to least enjoyable in your own preference, what would it be? Kyrie, Volista. Does this include all the new ones too? I haven't really played the new ones. I'll just include the classics. Kyrie, Volista. Oh, Feltyrosa, that's her name. Feltyrosa, Ellis Steele, Clarissa, and then on the very bottom is Lauren. Volissa's art is like so beautiful, especially her pretty version, the Elisar version. Oh my god, gorgeous, gorgeous ass card. Derp asked, "Who are you? What are you? When are you? Where are you? Why are you?" I am orange. I'm just an orange. What is your favorite fish to eat? Ooh, I love tuna. I like salmon, like fresh salmon or spicy tuna. Imagine the scene where Royal Paladin, Shop Paladin, and Cargo disappeared. But instead of those 3, it's Bermuda Triangle and Grand Blue. You have a chance to save either Bermuda Triangle or Grand Blue. Which would you save and why? I do like Grand Blue more. I hate to say it, but I do like Grand Blue more. I like them both a lot, but I do like Grand Blue more. I would save Grand Blue probably. Sorry, Bermuda Triangle. What's the last digits of pi? This is what Rook sent. Let's go 7 and 3. Y'all can enjoy being at the end of an infinite number. Or 6 and 9. Let's go 69. Jerry, I swear to God. We're not starting this conversation about 69 again. We're not doing it. Not on stream. Out of all the content creators that create content, who's my favorite right now? The thing is, it kind of fluctuates. Like, I'm like aggressively watching some content and then I stop, and then I aggressively watch something else and I stop, and then I aggressively watch something else and I stop. Actually watching Kai. Yes, like Kai from WCC. Like, I've been watching his content a lot recently, so I think currently right now it's Kai. But in actuality, I mean, it's really hard for me to tell like who I like more, who I like less. I watched your deck boxes, like the ones where you got a bunch of premium deck boxes and you opened them all up. I literally watched that this morning. I commented on your thing like yesterday, but I officially watched it this morning. And your content is like pretty chill to me, so I've been watching your content recently. I watch Solom. I do watch Solom. Solom has been kind of more on Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, he jumps into Vanguard, but it's mainly news stuff. I do really like Solom when he does like really analytical stuff, and I do watch his streams as well. I really watch like a good bit of everybody. I just kind of jump around. I jump around in like different motions, and then, you know, you also dropped your reveal with Link Joker. That was really freaking funny. So I have one of them. Actually, I have multiple of them, and mine broke. See? Beautiful, right? Yeah, this ripped on day 2. So this right here ripped on the second day I got it. I don't just throw my stuff around, but day 2, like, you can even see like how badly it was like put together. What is your favorite gen of Pokemon, and why is it Gen 4? That's a joke. I'm not gonna lie, so you guys probably gonna hate me again. We're probably gonna I'm just gonna go hide. I'm just gonna go hide now. Iron X Connor is best. I agree. Isn't it so funny? It's just so funny. I'm gonna go hide now. I don't want to answer this Pokemon question. You guys are gonna hate me, so I'm just gonna be right. This is my head now, and you guys can't know. You guys can't know my answer. But the answer is I don't play that much Pokemon because I didn't grow up on Nintendo. Yeah, it's probably just the Gen 1 with the Pikachu in it because I don't know the rest. Don't shoot me, please. Please help me, God, don't shoot me. I played the one with the blue sapphire in it, I swear. Don't shoot me. Don't shoot me, please. I swear I'm innocent. I swear. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Okay. Okay, we're good. We're good. We made it through. We made it through. I really liked watching Pokemon. I watched more of it than I played it, sadly. In my elementary school, we played a lot of, we had like a movie hour or something that we did during lunchtime. So they played Pokemon a lot. So I'd watch like the old Pokemon movies through there. But Picross, I really like Picross, and there's a Pokemon Picross game out there, and it's super fun. This thing that Noman gave me. So I really like this thing. I think it's adorable, but I think this thing is cute. And then there's also, funny enough, all my Pokemon merch is through other people. I won this through Different Fight stream, so I have this guy too, and he's super cute. But I like Pikachu. I like Mimikyu. I do like Mimikyu. Yeah, that's his name, Mimikyu. Hello, little Mimikyu. My favorite part about Mimikyu is doing this. If you've ever played Kirby games, which one's your favorite? My favorite Kirby game, Planet Robobots. I thought this game was super fun. This game was pretty much the exact same game as the other one that came out on the 3DS, which was... So Kirby Triple Deluxe came out. Out of both of these, they're both pretty much exactly the same, but this one just has more mechanics, so this one's more fun. However, Triple Deluxe is amazing. Which gift marker in Vanguard do you prefer the most? We did answer this earlier. This is from Charlie Scott or Corpse. It is Protect. What is your favorite deck right now in Vanguard? Oh lord. I hate to say it, but it's Prism Riviere. That deck is freaking banger, and I personally, I put up my heart and soul into creating that deck. Like, I tested it so freaking much. I think we're the Grand Blue Premium Beatrice deck because of Bilber is probably a close second. Ty Smith, what is the best deck and why is it chaos? If you sweat in a sweater, are you the sweater? Where's my child support? Stuff like that. Freaking Ty Smith, what's new? What is the best deck and why is it chaos? I mean, I don't know. Why is it chaos? I have a lot of questions there, Ty. If you sweat in a sweater, are you the sweater? You are not the sweater, but you are the person sweating. And then where's my child support? Ty's just talking about his Leaf Joker support. He's waiting for it. No, I asked, what is your favorite foiling? I think my favorite foiling, we can't really see it. There's kind of like a lining foiling on this one. It's pretty much on the they did it on the Quinn collection ones too, for some of them. Necrobone from Grand Blue is a good example. I like stuff like this more. I think it looks really nice. Like I recently picked this deck back up just to, you know, to do a profile on. And when I did, I was like, man, I forgot how beautiful this SVR foiling was. Like here's them side by side. It just looks cooler. It gives it kind of more of like its own type of feel. What is your favorite card? Something that's not necessarily good or powerful, but a card that you have strong sentimental feelings for. The feelings about. This is from Dan. Well, sentimental feelings about is definitely going to be Cocytus, as everybody kind of knows. Hard mode is a card that's not Grand Blue and non-Bermuda. The next card would be Blonde Ezel. I don't know if I told you guys the story about me running a full-on front and crit trigger deck and no heals. But back when I was first getting to Grand Blue, one of the clans I bought was Gold Paladins because I thought the Blonde Ezel was a girl and I like blondes, so I bought the deck thinking that it was a female, found out it was a male. It's cool, whatever. But I built the deck around with no heals whatsoever because I think I was watching someone's YouTube video for a while back saying that heals just suck and you could just play without them. What's your favorite Vanguard mechanic? Anything from counterblast to keywords like hollow. Over trigger. So good. So what do you mean it's so good? You get 100 million power and you can put on restanding rear guards and you can make them swing. You can make your Vanguard restand. It's so good. It's OT, guys. Just adapt. Definitely probably drop zone. Is there a stereotype you think holds true for Vanguard players? Being very in love with like your card and your clan and your Vanguard and pretty much just that type of thing. Like I think if you go to Yu-Gi-Oh or Magic or other card games, I don't think people are as attached to their cards as they are in Vanguard, and I think that's probably a stereotype of its own. Oh, here's the next one. What is your favorite Pacifica unit? Aesthetically, it's probably this one right here. Specifically this one. I think this winter edition is gorgeous. Pacifica, because she is literally the beginning of Pacifica, and you know the old school The old school chica, the beginning of it all. Probably the original Top Battle Pacifica is the answer to that one. What is the most hilarious, memorable interaction you've ever had at a Vanguard event? Oh, at a Vanguard event. I guess like recently, okay, I don't know. I guess the recent one was definitely the person that told me that I can't look at face down damage. That is definitely the highlight of probably my year in terms of so far competitive events. Is that no, it is not an actual rule. You can look at your face if you can look at your face down damage. We had to call a judge and everything. You can look at your face down damage. You can look at it. It's okay. You can look at it. I promise. Probably my most, but in terms of memorable moments, at least recently, was definitely BCF Atlanta day one on Saturday. And the reason being is that I had a lot of people, and I mean a lot of people, I was very surprised, approach me and want to take pictures with me, all this stuff. And it was just crazy the amount of people that like wanted to talk to me, wanted a hug from me, wanted to interact with me. And it's one of those things where I'm still trying to process that happened. Like to this day, it's been like what, 2-3 weeks now, and I'm still not fully processing that was how people reacted. I also got the chance to sign a Mirror's present, like the little Mirror's present you get with Mirror every time you go into main phase. Someone had me sign that, and like that was kind of wild to me, and take a picture with them for someone else that didn't get a chance to make it to the event. And just stuff like that was like crazy to me. It was crazy to just meet people. Like it was just, I can't explain it, but people knew who I was. By the way, I was just walking around doing my thing. I wasn't like advertising myself. I was wearing normal clothes. I was just doing my own thing. Wild to see how much people reacted to me just existing. And then because of that, like there was one person that walked up to me and gave me like a whole speech about like, you know, my content and all this and stuff. Hey, welcome in. And they were literally like, I quit Vanguard and then I came back after and I bumped into your content, and your content was got me back into Vanguard overall. And I just really appreciate you. He kind of gave me like this whole really like heartwarming speech. And I was just like, I was just like, oh my gosh. Why are you so cute? Why are you so cute? I just wanted to hug the person forever. I thought it was so cute. I just hearing that kind of stuff made me realize that my content like impacts people. And I'm just like, I'm glad you guys like my content. I'm glad you guys enjoy it. I'm glad you guys are here. Makes me cry. He's so cute. I never know how to take it. You know, like I'm just a person on the internet, and seeing someone being able to tell me that like their life changed because of videos I'm creating or what I do on Twitch, or, you know, just talking on Twitter, or whatever it is that I do, or making their day by bringing a smile to their day. It's like really wholesome. And it's also a feeling I can't explain, and it just really warms my heart. I really want to travel to Japan. It's on my hit list for multiple reasons. It's gonna sound super corny, but like if I go to Japan, it has to be with like the person I want to marry, because like that's like a reason why I want to go to Japan. I want to go there and I want to experience it with the love of my life. Relationship goals, yeah, like real talk. Like if I'm going to Japan, I'm going with my loved one. That's just how it is. I'm corny. I'm actually really corny. I exist like this. That's just how it is. Coffee or tea from Inishi? It used to be tea before I had my 4 a.m. job. I used to work, for 4 years, I worked a 4 a.m. job. Prior to that 4 a.m. job, it was always tea, but now it's coffee. And tea is like right there. Coffee's right there, and tea is like right there. It's right there. Have you thought about developing a Peel's Crew or Zergo Cult merchandise, such as sleeves, mats, or t-shirts? Yes, actually I have. Diz Studios created a drawing of Burger Boat Flagberg as a plushie. Peak of the design. So here it is. Diz created it. This is by Diz Studios. Don't take his art. So see, it's like a little plushie, and it's Flagberg, and it's like he's literally a burger. And I would love this as a plushie. Like I looked at this and I was like, I need to make Burger Boat plushie merch. Real question: if you could change one card, which card would it be, and why would you change it? What would you change about it, and why? If there was a card that could change, it'd be this card right here. This card is so dog crap, but it would have been such a good card if it was just when placed. If it was just when placed, that's it. This card would have been banger. If you have to design a boss card, how would he look like? What kind of skill? Can you imagine any specific mechanic for it? Put an example of card. Cool looking blonde unit. Hair everywhere. Kind of like this, like, and she's looking at you like this, like, or something. Or she'd be like, or she would have like, kind of like Jana, like her hair's everywhere. That's 5 questions. They also say which format. We'll just go with V. Just this crazy ass, cool looking blonde unit, and her hair is everywhere. And she's got these blue, cool looking eyes, and she's looking straight at you, like this, like. And she's like doing maybe, I don't know, some kind of move with her fingers. I don't know. Yeah, Super Saiyan blonde girl. And her skill is just like straight up like, it's like some kind of like WinCon Grand Blue card. It says like 1 place or something. If your drop zone has 30, get battle door skill. Call maybe something similar to the premium stride, but like maybe not as ridiculous. Call 3 cards or call 4 cards. And, you know, just have a party, just like a finisher. But you have to have like 30 and drop or some super crap like that. That's my design. If you could change one thing on the ban list without bias and a good reason behind it, what would it be? Hear me out, fam. Hear me out. Flanger. Unban him. Unban Flanger. Just think about it. He's a main phase guy. He's main phase, right? So he doesn't work with Night Rose that well. You can't call him mid-battle. He would have to be the first attack. Easily guardable, right? Because he's like 17 at most. If boosted, maybe 27. Cocytus, you have to lock it, so you lose the skill. Peanut Noir. Oh, never mind. We can't have Flanger. Peanut Noir would break Flanger. That front would literally destroy that deck. But Peanut Noir become a tier 1 deck. Never mind, y'all. Can't be Flanger. Hard Lake would have to be... There'd be something to be done with Hope on Damp. I know some people theorize Anj and Ellie. One or the other. Probably not both. But one or the other being unbanned. Maybe one of those. I'm trying to think of what else could get unrestricted that wouldn't be biased. I don't know how bad the 7C stuff used to be, but if it could come back, I would love to see for that to come back, just so I could actually test it. So 7Cs might be one. Can you do a 1-minute rant on the best Tomb Raider game? All right, you guys ready for my 1-minute rant about Tomb Raider? You didn't ask for this. Only one of you did. The rest of you guys didn't ask for this. This is the game that we'll be talking about. This is Tomb Raider. The second edition came out in 1996, probably one of the best games that's come out. You want to know why? You get to explore a bunch of different regions, and my goodness, it is glorious. You visit a bunch of different things. It is a literal it's a continuation of the original Tomb Raider, because this is actually Tomb Raider 2 starring Lara Croft, by the way. But pretty much when you play this game, it's a continuation of what's starting the first one. You start the adventure as like pretty much a Tomb Raider, and then this one you continue it, and she's even more badass than this one. Level design is 10 out of 10. The game is actually really, really long. The amount of areas that you visit is like an insanely huge amount, and then she's such a badass. She's got like even more guns than this one. The previous one, she does more kind of like cool stuff with acrobatics and things. Story, by the way, is super badass. You like get to visit China and all this other stuff, and this one has like a little bit of horror stuff to it too. If you guys don't know, I actually really like horror, and this game definitely has it. It has a really spooky level, and I love it. And also at the very end of the game, you get to see her in just a robe. Just a robe, guys. What more could you ask for in a Tomb Raider game? Robe Lara, let's go! What is my practice routine? Sent in by Alice Savior, called her Vanguard. My practice routine is I'll usually pick a deck that I think has some kind of functionality to be a good deck. So I'll usually either, I'm weird, I should CFA first, but in actuality, I actually hand test first because I just like hand testing and figuring out a deck that way. So usually I'll hand test and kind of feel it out and try and see kind of where the weaknesses are. And then of course I'll actually test, and then I'll CFA test after that. It's not the best strategy. In all honesty, you should probably CFA test first and then do everything else. And multitasking is actually usually not the best way to test. The best way to test is actually like with another person with no distractions whatsoever. And you're just constantly testing like whatever it is you're testing. Either it is about going first or going second, or a certain tech that you added or a certain tech you didn't add in. That's the best way to test to truly get the most out of your deck. Thoughts on Jake from State Farm lore? Dang, Jake from State Farm lore. I don't know too much about him, so I guess my thoughts are neutral. So Shaq said, do you like card? Yes, I love card for breakfast. Next he said, top 3 or top 5 favorite food? Japanese food, Thai food, Mexican food, Taco Bell. I count it as its own category because it's fast food. And Korean food. Yeah, Korean food's pretty different from Japanese food. They're kind of similar, but it's up there. But yeah, my final question, what would you say to those wanting to start content creation like yourself? This is from Melody Matt. So if you're just starting out and you just start creating content, I would highly recommend, first, the step number 1 is just start. I know it's hard, but just start anywhere. It doesn't matter where. It's going to be a crappy video. It's going to suck. But the first step is always taking the foot into the water, right? You take your toe and you just dip it in. You just take your little toesy woesy and you just go, you just put it right in, right into the water. You have to start. So that's the first thing is that's the first and most important thing is actually starting. If that's what your plan is, if like you literally haven't started, you don't have anything on the channel, just start something, whatever it is, whether it's your first stream, your first YouTube, whatever, just start it so you kind of get the hang of the idea of losing that fear of creating content. Like it's once you actually start, the rest of it gets easier, right? The next thing after that is research. You want to make sure you have that crap down. Like I highly recommend looking into other content creators that are already doing what you're doing or what they're doing better than you, essentially, because they have already been doing it for years. Don't make the same mistakes they make. Skip to the part where they're already doing it well, right? Why go through all these hoops and all this stuff of pretty much learning the same mistakes they did? Just go to your favorite content creator, whoever it is, that already has it down, that already knows exactly what they're doing, has the best thumbnails possible, has the best way to edit, has all that stuff, and learn from it, look at it, and do what they like to do, but in your own type of way. That's probably the second best advice I could give, because if there's anything I learned while creating content is looking at what other people are doing. I look at how they find success, and then I incorporate it into what I do as my own content creator. Are you the man who laid his hand across the man to be the new owner of the land? Am the man who laid my hand across the man to the new owner of the land. Yes, that is me. I did it. Do you like juice? If so, what kind? Grapefruit juice. I love grapefruit juice. I could drink it all day, all night, at the end of any day. Like I freaking love grapefruit juice. It is so underrated. It's one of the most underrated citrus drinks out there. Is your username orange named after the color or the fruits? Definitely the fruits. Hamburgers with or without pickles? 100% with pickles. How dare you eat your hamburgers without pickles? Ducks or penguins? Definitely ducks, because they're like, wait. I think it's funny. POV, you don't know the actor name. And he is about to shut down your stream. Couldn't have been me. Couldn't have been me. Thank you, Kai.